Well, that was awkward. I was about to sneeze and it didn't happen. Let's just start the video. Okay, so I made a video, I don't know how long ago, probably like a couple months ago, and it was talking about being sleep deprived and how to cheat sleep debt. I go through this long drawn out spiel about how sleep debt is a thing that you can accumulate, but then it's kind of hard to make it up. But I do give you some pointers and ways how to do that. Well, then I was looking through my comments, and I got a comment here. Let me see if I can look at it right here. I don't remember who this is from, so I'll just have to put it on the screen. But I'll read the comment to you. I'm not gonna read it in a Russian accent because I would fail miserably. Here's what he says. I'm from Russia, and I'm looking for an English video explaining what sleep debt is, so that I can explain to my boss why I'm not at work and behaving unresponsible, while generally it's the opposite. Of the videos I found, your one is the closest to what I was looking for. He says, can you record another video explaining in details the harder you fight sleep, the trickier your body gets on regaining it, that sleep debt makes procrastination inevitable, that the body has plenty of sleep debt collectors, and that you can't just say, give me 3 days or a week or a month to recover, and then I'll have my performance back, because bigger sleep debt is slower and harder recovering goes. So, ow. Wow, that actually makes better light though. Bro, I feel your pain. You know, your boss needs to back down and shush. But I don't know your boss, so I'm gonna help you out. First of all, I wanna ask you, are you gonna show this video to your boss? If so, hi boss. This is a video for name here. And I want to tell you what's been going on. Okay, so you feel like he's not at work, he's not behaving correctly, not on top of his game, it seems like. You have to understand that this guy, he's from Russia. I don't know how they do it there, if he's from Soviet. Here's my point. He's sleepy. So here's what I would suggest you do if you're the boss. I think that you should give this guy a few nap times. So like during the day, instead of giving a break times of like 15 minutes or whatever you give, or maybe a lunch break of 30, instead you should give him just days so that he can sleep and recover. You know, most people work 5 to 7 days a week. Make this guy work too. I think it'll work. Do that and he will be able to come back to work refreshed, excited, ready to go. Because I don't know if you understand, but generally it's the opposite when he's at work. You know, this guy, his behavior is great. He's not irresponsible, generally. I made a video talking about sleep debt, and I think this is the problem that he suffers from. And, you know, I made sure it wasn't boring. There is an addiction that goes along with it, so think of a drug. Okay, say you went out and decided to just start smoking crack, okay? You would get addicted to that crack. And people may judge you for it, but what I'm asking you to do is put yourself in that position, in that frame of mind. If I were smoking crack, would I want someone to give me the benefit of the doubt and give me more days to smoke crack? And if you say yes, then give this guy what he needs, a few more days to sleep. It's basically the exact same thing. I think the scenario goes hand in hand. You know, this is an analogy. Maybe he is smoking crack. So give him some days to go to detox and stuff. Rehab. You know, find him some rehab option. Give him, like I said, 5 days a week to go, and then his work habits will get better. I want you to understand though, Mr. Bossman, can I call you Fred? So Fred, the harder you try to fight sleep, this may not make much sense, but the harder you try and fight it, the trickier it gets. So like, let's say I stay up for 16 hours, and I really need to get this work done for you, Mr. Boss Fred. I'm trying to fight sleep. I really want to sleep, but I'm trying to fight it. Well, it becomes harder. My body starts rebelling against me. Okay, well this is what this guy's going through. You know, he wants to do a good job. It sounds like he normally does, but when he's sleepy, he starts to slack, and so he starts procrastinating, okay? The sleep debt does that to you. It's science proven. Google it, okay? Google it. And so if you give him, you know, 3 days a week, I say 5, but we can meet in the middle and do 4, and then he'll have his performance back. Longer sleep debt means it's just harder and harder to get that energy back. So I hope this video gets to you. Sir, if this didn't go to your boss, Fred, then you should just show your boss this video, because I want him to understand what you're going through. You know, crack addiction is a serious problem, and it can take over your life. So if you make sure your boss understands what you have to deal with, and that, you know, smoking crack is a serious condition that is self-inflicted, but also reversible in some ways, then he might understand. And maybe he's smoking crack as well. You might learn some things about your boss. I think that this is a great way. It's like a group therapy session for you and your boss. You guys can get in there, get a few hugs in there, do what you do in Soviet Russia, man. I don't know what you do. Maybe you don't smoke crack in Russia. Maybe you have a bad habit of taking dolphin noses and wearing them as hats. But whatever you do, tell this guy to let you do it for 4 days a week. We've compromised, and that'll make sure your work is way better. Thank you for watching, and for all the other viewers who aren't this guy or his boss, if you have a question you'd like to ask me to answer, leave it a comment below. Leave it in a comment below, and I will answer it for you. If you need me to get a message to someone, also willing to do that, willing to give some advice. There's a lot of stuff going on up here in my brain, so I'm willing to help. By the way, I made a Vine account. You can find the link in the description. I'm really bad about changing usernames on social media, so the link is in the description. My name is Storm. I forgot to throw my hat in the last video, so I'm not gonna make that mistake again, but this time, did you know I'm on a rolly chair? I'm on a rolly chair. It spins. It spins. It's a spinning rolly chair. It's lovely. I missed you. I missed you as a viewer, but I also missed your face as a viewer. And I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen.